I've had some great times in Jakarta, both at X2 and first time was Embassy Playground. Great crowds, always good, so that's what I'm looking forward to, is a good reacting crowd tonight. Well, hopefully a good crowd. They look okay in there, you know. I've had a look around and they look good, so good night, I think. I've got some new tracks, including a couple of new LNG tracks. I'm doing this new alias called LNG. Some edgier, more driving stuff, and so I've got those in the bag. And a new remix as well I've done for Gareth Emery, which I'll be dropping probably later. Actually, I use the travelling time quite often just to catch up on sleep and work as hard as I can at home in the studio, because I don't find I can work very well on productions when I'm on the move. Sometimes I'll do maybe a guest mix I need to do as well. I can do easily on the laptop, and I spend a lot of time watching films as well, obviously, and doing a bit of reading as well. So, you know, nothing too showbiz, but you know, you get used to killing time. I'm all software now, have been for about 5 years I think. I use Cubase and the usual synths really, like Silent, Nexus. No, I only use software now, yeah. I mean, I've still got hardware, but I don't really turn it on that much these days, but it looks nice in the studio. Well, it's obviously disappointing that it's the way it is, you know. I think sales have dropped ridiculously. I think it's like less than 10% they used to be 10 years ago. And I think it's probably hardest for the newcomers coming into the business, who are more reliant on the music they make to make some money, you know. So it's a little upsetting the way it's gone, but you know, it's all about doing the gigs now for the finance side, and you know, it's not too bad. It's not too bad. Well, you've got to go with it, you know. I mean, it's the way everything's going, and to be honest, it makes it more fun in a way, because you know, things like Twitter particularly, it means you can communicate very easily with the fans. I used to have my email address on my website a long time ago, but it got a bit ridiculous, you know, having so many emails and lots of long questions about, you know, what do you use, and can you help me with this, etc. But on Twitter, at least, it's a quick, sort of fun discussion. So yeah, you can just answer where you want, and you know, you get back to people. It's good. It's good fun. And of course, it's brought the whole trance scene together. Let's face it, around the world. So it does really feel like a kind of a worldwide scene now. So it's exciting. If you're talking about the genres and the way they've sort of mixed together, they definitely have done in the last few years. So although there's a trance scene, I think it's all coming together in one, and it is all about the bass and the rhythm and stuff as well, to a point. But trance is a bit different to the other genres in the respect that it's very much about the melody and the emotion as well, and I think that's what makes trance sort of stand out from the other genres. It's a very special scene to be in, I think. Well, I've got a few things coming up at the moment. I've got a compilation coming out, actually I think it's next week, or the week after. It's for the club Passion in the UK. So that's coming out now. Got a new single coming up as well, LNG, the new alias I mentioned before. That one's called Harmony Will Kick You in the Arse. Slightly different name. It's a little bit rude, a little bit cheeky. And I've got some new LANGE stuff as well, and a single with Betsy Larkin coming up. And later in the year, who knows? I've got a few ideas for later in the year, but I don't want to give it all away just yet. It's always fun over here. It's always fun to play here, and you know, I don't play over here enough really in a way, so it's always good to make these trips out, and I've enjoyed a lot of Asian gigs, definitely. Most memorable gig? That's actually quite a difficult one, I have to say. There's been quite a few. I mean, even last weekend was very epic. I was in South Africa for the ASOT 500 parties with Armin and a few others, and it was an incredible weekend actually, I have to say, playing Cape Town and Johannesburg. I think it was about 8,000 in Johannesburg, so it was a really good event, and the feedback was insane. I mean, the crowd were going nuts, and Twitter was going mental, you know, everyone was going crazy. But So that, I've had some other great ones in places like Hawaii, which is obviously a cool place to go as well. Just so many really, to be honest. I could go on forever. Hi there, it's LANGE, and I love playing in Indonesia, and I love DanceSignal.